And someone like Trent Horn will not engage in good faith. There's no charity. There's no empathy there. He does a show and says, I'm an angry, terminally online incel. It's just nothing but contempt. No charity, no empathy. There's nothing redeeming there. Not, we feel bad for these guys. Well, maybe we get where they're coming from. It's just, no, these are just angry, misogynists, irredeemable, women-hating, whatever. And it's perfectly acceptable for a married man, it's perfectly acceptable for a guy twice my age who's married to shit on me and say, well, you're an incel, you're online too much, you're terrible. But then the second you turn it around and say, well, you know what, you're a bit of a henpecked simp. Your wife is crazy. I don't know that your relationship is all that desirable. Oh, now it's a party foul. Really? So you could sit up there, you're twice my age, and you're an apologist, you're in the Catholic community, you could throw all that shade at me. I turn it around and say, yeah, well, you know what, you're a simp, and the dynamic you have with your wife, not super desirable. Doesn't seem like you're really giving confident leadership. It looks like you're kind of getting dog-walked, and like she's wearing the pants. And I don't know that I want that, and I don't know that young men want that, and that's why they listen to me and not you. And then suddenly that's a foul. Oh, my family, you attacked my family, you called my wife a bitch.
Simple affirmations like, I love my wife, to which other men accuse them of simping for their wives. For these men, don't be a simp has turned into, don't like anything about women except for when they carry out their duty to birth and raise babies. This came up a few months ago when a meme called Wifejack became popular on the internet, depicting a redheaded wife doing things that husbands find quirky or mildly annoying. Things like asking for an email verification code, or saying they can leave after saying bye to everyone at a party. My favorite is a medieval Wifejack peasant who asks her husband, okay, but if you had to guess, when do you think you'll be home from battle? It isn't hilarious humor, but it's worthy of a chuckle, like a Dilbert cartoon satirizing life at the office. But what makes Wifejack wholesome is that it rejects humor popular in the boomer generation that was basically, I can't stand my wife, as embodied by comedians like Henry Youngman, who popularized the one-liner, take my wife, please.
My wife hates housework. I bought electric iron, electric dishwasher, electric dryer. She said too many gadgets around, she had no place to sit down. What did I do? Bought her electric chair.
In contrast, Wifejack, in similar humor, has the message, I love my wife, quirks and all. Even if you don't find it funny, it's nothing to get worked up about.
Well, okay, you're a bitch, she's a bitch, you're a couple of bitches. You and your wife and your whole family are bitches. You got a whole family of whiny, lying bitches. Is that better? You got a crazy bitch wife, you're a pussy and a bitch. Sorry if that's a little vulgar, but I mean, that's what it is. You got a whole family of bitches. How's that now? Is that better? I'll keep it focused on you. You're a simp, you're a coward. You call people out and lie about them, and you won't confront them, you won't correct a record. You throw shade, and then when you get it back, you cry foul. So you're a bitch too. Happy? You're both a couple of bitches. And that's why you're a perfect fit. She's a psycho bitch and she dominates you. You're another one of these Jewish bitches with mommy issues, and that's why you submit to her. And it's a perfect match. Happy? Now everybody's happy. I'm going full bully mode. It's bully season. That's the album. That's the energy.
I don't get the humor in the New Yorker, but I don't go on a huge rant about it. But here's Nick Fuentes melting down over the Wifejack meme.
If I ever see Wifejack, I am going to kill her. If I ever see Wifejack in the streets, I'm going to ram my car into her car. I'm going to hit her on the driver's side head on. And if she doesn't die, I'm going to break through the windshield and kill her myself. I'm going to wrap the seatbelt around her neck, and I'm going to kill her.
And when Yee brought his wife in a nude dress to the 2025 Grammys, Fuentes said this.
You know, it's not Catholic to bring your wife around naked, but I will say this, it's definitely better than Wifejack.
Fuentes also wonders why many men who wanted to be radical on the internet in 2016 now just want an offline normal life nearly a decade later. Well, the answer is that many of these young men grew up, got married, and acquired real responsibilities, and so they stopped being immature children who spend all their time on the internet. In his essay, Wifejack, Icon of the Normal, Catholic author Soeb Amari breaks down the roots of anger like Fuentes's, which goes well beyond Wifejack and covers all the irrational rage.
I'm not going to be cry-bullied anymore by Jews and women. Not that I ever have before, but especially not now. I saw this ridiculous response from Trent Horn. Oh, he's attacking my wife. He called my wife a crazy bitch. Well, you know what? She is a crazy bitch, and she should have been off the internet way sooner. You need to control your bitch, okay, Trent Horn? Everybody, and you know what? I'm just the one who's going to say it. Everybody's thinking it. Everybody knows it. Everybody watched that. Dude, all you have to do is read the body language. Watch her interview with Matt Fradd. When she is cackling like a freak, you could see Matt Fradd is looking at her like, whoa, okay, whoa. Within 5 minutes, she's cackling like a banshee. And within 3 minutes, Matt Fradd, I'm told he's a bit of a simp himself, although I don't know that. I've heard that. Matt Fradd is even looking at her like, okay, whoa. Well, this one's a little loopy. So, that's just the truth. Everybody's thinking it. Everyone knows that. She's a crazy bitch. She's crazy, and she's a bitch. Your wife is a crazy bitch. He comes in, and he makes a video today and says, oh, these online instigators are attacking my wife. It's calumny. He goes, and they're saying if I will debate one of the instigators, he goes, I won't debate someone who calls my wife a bitch.
Certain terminally online men muster against other men who are in wholesome relationships with women. These men see nothing wrong with saying, I love a certain video game, or I love my race. But if you say, I love my wife, you are an insufferable simp to them. Amari writes, not unlike the anti-normative left, the barbarians of the far right can't seem to view sexuality through any other lens but that of domination and submission, power and counterpower. The barbarians associate femininity with democratic egalitarianism, collective social organization, solicitude for the weak, and the suffocation of the white man's adventurous spirit. The popularity of Wifejack is a reminder that normal is irrepressible, that the average or ordinary is worth defending. Who would choose the spittle-flecked rantings of a Fuentes over Wifejack's asking you to help her choose whether she should use the green or the red font for this year's family Christmas card?
Teeny here is going to help me up.
And you know what? I've had it up to here with the cry bullies. I really have. You want to be a cry bully? I'll show you a real bully. You want to be a little sniveling cry bully? Do your gay little YouTube videos, do a little drive-by shot. Oh, you're an anti-Semite, you're a sexist, you're racist. And then I give the same energy back. It's a little spicier, it's more entertaining. Yeah, I'm a lot more entertaining than these people. And then suddenly, oh, our family's under attack, my wife, my family. Hey, then keep it off the internet. You're a public figure. She's got a channel. You have a channel. You want to put your marriage front and center. You want to give your testimony. You want to lecture everybody else about relationships. You got something to say about everybody. You got something to say about incels, about Tim Gordon, about this one, that one. Then you get it back a little bit. Oh, my wife, my family, she left YouTube a year ago, so she's off limits forever now. Really? Is that how it works? You leave YouTube, and 6 months later, oh, now no one can ever say anything? Give me a break. Cut the shit. And, I just see the output from these Catholics like Trent Horn, and I'm thinking, what are we doing? Every week with Trent Horn, it's a lecture about
now you want to know who it was, right?
All Jews to blame.
It's quite a water bottle.
I know. It's you know what?
What is it with women and water bottles?
Trent buys this for jiu-jitsu. And then he gets...
Why did he buy a pink one?
You know what? I think he bought it for me, which is super thoughtful. But now every time he takes it to jiu-jitsu, it's like even...
It's dented.
More gay. Yeah, I think
more
that's...
gay?
You know what, though? Yeah, never mind. Yeah, it definitely is dented. That was probably like one of those rageful moments as a parent where it's like, it's either the water bottle or my kid's head, and you're like, it's the water bottle. I'm going to ruin this water bottle.
I had a good day today. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, Matt didn't get it in the head. But why are we all drowning in tumblers?
Tumblers? Yeah, what is
Everybody.
it? But
There's
it's all
just tumblers
plastic.
everywhere.
The microplastics?
Well, what do you, is that why we have it?
Is that what you mean? Like people
No, I mean
around
like
those tumblers?
like that, but in the sort of size of a coffee cup.
Yeah, you're drowning in tumblers?
They're everywhere.
I feel like we should restart this.
No, we're not. I'm just telling you, this is
Not an option.
And not finding lids. Like if the US...
Yeah,
It's you're a misogynist, you're a racist, it's tone policing. Thomas Aquinas was wrong about women. All the popes are wrong about the Jews. We have a fallen society. We have a mass apostasy. We have a church which is kind of creating some problems when they say things like, there's multiple ways to heaven, and, oh, your father didn't believe in God? Well, he's probably still in heaven. You know, this is actually a time when the flock needs guidance from Catholics. This is a time, because of the nature of the world, we actually need moral courage from older Catholic men or married fathers and Catholic men in the Catholic community, and instead we just get this liberal crap.
changes
fair.
its currency to
That is
mismatch lids
fair.
on tumblers.
Yes, I know, we're
I'm
in it.
moving out
We
of
beat
Steubenville.
China.
How's it going?
It's going really well. Yeah, happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
What's it like being referred to as Trent Horn's wife?
You know what? It's the best. But also, I really don't want to embarrass him. And
You
so,
will.
I know. I'm
We're
sorry,
5
Trent.
minutes
I
in,
love
we're gonna 3 more
you.
out.
It'll get worse.
I'm sorry about the things that I said half hour from now.
Oh my gosh, totally. Yeah, but no, he's such a great husband and father, and yeah,
I need to say that.
it's a good life. It's a good life. Yeah, what's it like being Cameron Frad's husband?
Yeah, good. I wasn't expecting that question, so I don't know how to respond. Well, I guess like, well, here's, I'm going to put it back on you. What's it like developing an online presence, you know,
Yeah.
when your husband already has one?
Yeah, I didn't plan on it. I
Yeah.
really created the channel for like just my sisters, kind of, as like a.
Like your
Well,
friends? Is what you
Well,
mean? Or
do you
your
want to know
actual
why
sisters?
I created the channel? Okay, so people assume that I created the channel to like respond to you saying that women are funny, which we're not going to talk about.
No,
Let's
we
talk
are
about
going
it.
to talk
Okay.
about it. Full on.
Stay tuned. But yeah, but I didn't. I'm good friends with you. I've been good friends with the Frads for like 10 years, and you know, give you the benefit of the doubt that you're not a misogynist. But but then Jen Fulweiler did this response saying basically that like all podcast bros are like secretly gay, and that's why they're uncomfortable with like women.
I didn't
essentially.
listen to it.
You didn't listen to it?
No, people told me that she made that response.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
When
I
I
think,
said accurately that there aren't funny female stand-up comics.
I think it was just in jest that she was saying it, but it was like angry jest, you know. And I don't want to start a war. I
Too late.
like Jen Fulweiler. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, but like, so I just wanted to do like a response to what she had said in like a funny way, if that makes sense. That's the purpose. But I tried speaking in front of the camera, and it was super hard. It's definitely not my talent, which you will learn. But yeah, not my strength. And then I tried doing that, and it was really hard, and I couldn't do it. And Trent was yelling downstairs, like, you just have to talk for like 5 minutes. And I couldn't even talk for like 5 minutes about it. So then I was like, what if we made a skit about it? And I created like this online, like fake personality and trolled her, like as a joke, and like my username, in the skit,
Yes.
and my username would be Trent Horn's main lover. And then I was like, no, that gives away who I am. And I delete the I from main and the O from lover. So then it's Trent Horn's man lover. Get it? Because like he was gay.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Anyway, I laughed for days. But then the moment had passed and I didn't do it. But anyway, but then I was like,
I
no,
want
I
to
don't
see
want
that skit.
I know, totally.
If you
Oh,
start building a local subscription feed, start
Yes.
putting that stuff up on there
Yeah.
for your supporters. I want to see that.
yeah, I make at least $10 a month. Thanks for your support. I appreciate it. But yeah, so that was like the main. And then I noticed like my Catholic videos were doing more well, and I was like, oh, there's a need here, probably, like this huge online community of people that have like these inside jokes among them and stuff. And I'm like, I think I'm just going to lean into that. But I realize they're annoying for a lot of people, and I get it. Like,
oh no, they're not. They're excellent.
Good, that was a test. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to be fishing a lot today for compliments. How's my chin zit? What chin zit? Exactly.
You're too quick. I can't keep up with you. But no, it is so important that we understand what our strengths are. I think I said to you yesterday, like the reason I don't do debates is because I'm not good at them.
Yeah, and I'm not a public speaker.
And I like that you realize, like, clicking record and sitting in front of a camera and talking, like, I don't feel comfortable
Yeah,
with this.
and there are a lot of people who do that already. Like, it's being done. Like, that nobody needs another woman or man talking who has nothing unique about them. Like, I don't have anything else to offer. Like, people are already doing, like, because I stay at home and motherhood is important, and you know what I mean? Like,
yes,
people
I
don't
my
need...
child's playroom, so you'll feel terrible about yourself for the rest of the day.
Here's how we organize all their snack snacks
While
that I
looking
made.
gorgeous.
Totally.
And 10 years younger than you.
What a bitch. But yeah, I'm not a public speaker. People ask me to public speak. I get shaky. But one thing I can speak on, though, is pro-life issues. I feel like equipped to do that. And humor is very intimate. So,
Pardon?
but humor is very intimate. And so you kind of have to like get to know someone before you know like what they'll like.
To accuse him of crimes he didn't commit. Mark 14:57-58 says, "Some stood up and bore false witness against him, saying, 'We heard him say, I will destroy this temple that is made with hands, and in 3 days I will build another not made with hands.' But Jesus actually said in John 2:19, 'Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up.' Jesus never said he would destroy the Jerusalem temple, or even the temple of his own body, which is what he was referring to. Instead, the people who hated Jesus wanted to hear the worst thing possible to justify abusing him. When Jesus was reviled and mocked, he didn't lash out in anger. Instead, he prayed, 'Father, forgive them. They know not what they do.'"
Like Val Staples called me the other day, and she's like, "I had no idea you were funny." And I was like, "That's because I'm not going to call myself Laura the Hora in front of you."
That's right.
Like when I first get to know you. Like I will when I warm up to someone, or if I know that that's the type of humor that they like.
Yeah.
But like if I just meet someone on the street, I'm not going to be super obnoxious. I'm going to post that online for everybody to see. You better believe it.
Well, I don't know if people remember this, but when I said that I don't know of any funny female stand-up comics, which I still stand by, but I'm open to being proven wrong. That's what I...
drag me through the mud on that. I will make you
gonna
clean this up.
No, we're going to do it. But I don't know if you remember, the first thing I said is, obviously women are funny. And I said, you're wrong.
Oh, thank you very much.
You know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I watched that clip like a crazy person. I'm like, anybody agree?
Just that section.
Thumbs up.
Laura Fawn, super
hilarious.
refresh. But, okay, so I'm going to ask you, I'm going to drag you through the mud on this.
Yeah.
How to begin? It's like when did what?
Real quick, can you pull that down just a touch? It's
Yeah.
covering your whole face.
Yeah, people wouldn't want that.
It's kind of like when did you stop beating your wife kind of question. But like, do you think it is the case that women typically aren't great at stand-up?
Yeah. Well, I think
humans aren't typically great at stand-up, to be clear.
Yeah.
But I think men are obviously superior
stand-up
at it.
is super
and I'm interested in why
hard.
that's the case.
Even like Amy Poehler, you dropped her name when you said
she's
that.
Very funny,
You know, she is very funny, but she said she tried stand-up and it didn't work for her. Mindy Kaling said the same thing. I think it requires a level. I think Jen Fullweather is funny, and I think Taylor Tomlinson is funny. The hard part is you have to, it's okay. Stand-up goes quickly into dirty jokes, and it's like really unbecoming when women do those jokes. And like when a man does it, it's like, oh, you shouldn't, you know. But when a woman does it, it's a little gross. And so, like when I see a thumbnail of people like on Comedy Central, and it's all like jokes using disgusting words, I'm like, that's not funny.
Yeah.
So, but I do think stand-up comedy requires a level of risk-taking that men are probably just better at. Like, they have to date, they have to throw themselves out there, they have to, take risks throughout the day. I had someone come over the other day and give me, like, a talk that she was practicing for her parish on evangelization. And she was like, I just go out there and I'll just take a risk. And, like, the lady at Costco, I'll just ask her, like, can I get your number? Like, can we be friends? And she's like, and I'll never hear from her again. And she's like, it's just so hard to evangelize because you have to get shot down so much. Go to Steubenville campus?
Yeah.
You do? How do you love it? Do you want your kids to go there?
Yes, I do.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I actually really like it. I'll tell you why. I just went to the Triduum and I went there
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we went to the vigil. The vigil was so beautiful and so reverent, and there's like 4 hours. It was like a 4 kneeling to receive Eucharist and things like that, and no one's telling them to. But the Franciscans are like, they're all good about it. No one's telling them don't be kneeling or don't be failing.
Yeah.
No, they're all very supportive of it. So the kids are normal. I had one student say it's easier to be holy here. Like you can party and be a whatever.
That was my experience.
But it's actually the peer pressure is in the other direction.
It was true story. I came from a liberal diocese, and they mandated that everybody stood during the
consecration.
Yeah, the consecration.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, so I didn't know that you were supposed to kneel because that's how I grew up, and I never traveled until I went to Franciscan, and I stood like some wanker, and I was there you go, shout out, and I was the only one, and I'm like, I am never getting a boyfriend here.
Yeah.
They're seeing this liberal woman stand, and I wasn't after a boyfriend. I was speaking hyperbolically, but it was it's definitely like the first time that I was like, I'm exposed to truth, and I told my spiritual director that because I could afford 1 semester. That's why I went for 1 semester, and then the rest would have had to been on debt. And then I told my spiritual director, like, I feel like this is the first time hearing truth. And he's like, Laura, truth is up to you to find. Like, it might be easier to seek out there, but it's really up to you in the long term to find that. And then, so I decided not to take out debt.
And here's what's cool about, I actually had Father Dave, who's the president of Franciscan, on the show.
Oh, cool.
And he made it very clear that they will in no way, shape, or form bend the knee to woke ideology. And
wow.
I had him on, and I was planning on pressing him here.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I didn't want to be a jerk about it, but I needed to push him. And so, but I didn't need to. I'd push him, and he'd go, whoa, way farther than I thought was okay.
Yeah.
He's like, no, we're going to be sued. Absolutely, bring it on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Like, because I thought he was going to do that thing where they overemphasize like the compassion for the students, which he did, but not nearly as much as he just kicked wokeism in the balls for like 3 hours on that show. It's unreal. And he's the person to go Franciscan.
Have mercy on the man.
Enough of that. No, he's good. Yeah, and they've got a big statement coming out soon. That's their official guidelines. That
Why would they be sued? They're a private school.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. To be determined.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if the woke stuff becomes, if it's a human right that I recognize you as a male if you decide to identify as
or
one.
like discrimination.
Private schools can still get a large percentage of federal funding.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. Federal loans. That's why Christendom doesn't take federal loans. So I'm pretty sure they only take private loans. I don't know if that's still the case or not, but they don't take federal money. So.
Yeah, so they're good.
Oh, that's fantastic. You want to send your kids to college?
I don't care what they do.
That's a good attitude.
I really don't. I want my kids to have beautiful human childhoods.
Yeah. Oh,
and
that's
they do.
beautiful.
Like the kids right now, like my wife had to leave because she's taking them to the co-op.
Yeah.
They do like waltzing and like
they
read
live
poetry.
like kids from the 1950s.
I don't know if you saw that. I walked down the other day. My daughter, she's like cross-stitching these things. And
yes.
It's beautiful, and they're so normal.
So refreshing.
So normal.
Peter comes in yesterday and he's just covered in mud. And I'm like, oh, to be a boy again. Like, you don't see that anymore, myself included. I'm pretty neurotic about a clean floor. But, maybe I should just embrace the mess. But
that's good. It's good. Good things are happening.